Continue on, if you see or not see.
Holy bejesus.
Because either way, you need to hear the
Holy bejesus.
message, and because it's being directed at you, it's being directed at the earth, and mainly, it's being finger pointed at who he is coming for, of who he's about to be sent in for. All theories are combined and all can be true. But then, now let's go back again. Then
Private Miller,
he says,
why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now?
maybe, just maybe, think about that, what he says.
Why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now?
So not only is Private Miller telling us that there's a code under the script, underground, to be seen and gleaned and understood, but notice what he said. He said,
You know what problem I have with your fucking little dog and pony act you call the military?
I mean, think about it. It sounds like
Holy bejesus.
is Smalling patched down in that sense. And he's smalling him down by his so-called massive army of numerous
Your superiors.
men, right, under his control, whose balls are in Patch's hands. And as numerous as it is to us, that they're saying that
Holy bejesus.
themselves is finger pointing to us on Earth. It's trying to tell us that they're real, that they are down there, and that's who he's coming for.
Your superiors.
He wants you to know it too, because he wants to re-enlighten you, to let you know that all your minds have been mind-controlled by this guy, and he's trying to let his hand slip from you so that you see that light and have your torches of illumination relit or to become lit by him.
Holy bejesus.
Because why? He's about to be sent in. And that's why it's so important you hear this message, because it's going to get even more bizarre, and the train ride is going to go even faster. Because something is coming, and he is coming, and he's making it known. So he's sizing up his military, insulting Patch's military, which obviously why? Because his is so much more vast than Patch's. That's logical, and it's scriptural. So far, it's on tune with Scripture. Albeit the method of the delivery is, well, you have to see. But then Private Miller says,
why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people?
Maybe, just maybe because they are dead forever? I mean, that's consistent. Listen to that. Private Miller asks,
why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people?
So that's like a prediction, as if warning Patch's Nazi Mason mind-controlled ball squoze
Your superiors.
army there of homosexuals that they'll all be looking at Patch in the future, looking over at him underground and asking,
why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people, letting them know Item 9 exists?
maybe, just maybe because they are dead forever after the fact of Holy Be Jesus being sent in to deal with Patch. Yet I see and feel this is a message for the private's fellow Masons, telling us something is indeed being coded and steered to us underneath the scenes by this private act. Get it? By this private act, this private coded movie clip is an act. Well, it is. It was made for a movie, trying to tell us that they are underground in secret. They're trying to tell us that this is an act, that this coded information and that this dialogue and that they who's given us this information is underground. And for those that see it will see Holy Be Jesus as well as see Patch. And it's in secret. So this could also be telling us that there are some among Patch's secret-controlled Nazi Masons underground
Your superiors.
army maybe have a relit torch burning for
Holy bejesus.
within them now, thus being underground, and underground means secret. Remember, if they're underground and they're contained, they can't come up. So therefore, they have an underground movement even with them. So telling us that they're secret from Patch, telling us that they're hidden, telling us that they are not in the square right now, trying to tell their brothers that they're not in the square right now. I can almost hear my buddy Tom now telling us that maybe that their fellow Mason brothers, that they are not in the square right now because they're being controlled by Patch, or meaning not right. They're not on the square. You're not being square with me, bro. All right, so maybe, he's telling, Patch is not doing them right either. They're not on the square. And therefore, they're not on the square with him. With who? Not just with Private Miller. Who's speaking really through Private Miller? We already knew who was sent in.
Holy bejesus.
They're not square with
Holy bejesus.
And if they don't get square with
Holy bejesus.
and have their torches relit of illumination, those not sees and those who not see, maybe, just maybe, underground asking,
Holy bejesus.
or Patch,
why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people, letting them know?
think about it, people. Maybe because they are dead and there's no going up to that square talking to people right now or any other time. This is where this starts to hitting home to the heart and to the mind and to the spirit. I had a buddy that read this last night, and he got halfway through this, and I swear he got up and he got sick. He threw up outside. I don't know what he was going through all night, but I respected him and he went home. I didn't try to tell him what to see, but I know one thing. He has a Masonic ring on his finger, and guess what the symbol is on the top? It is not the Freemason symbol of the G in the compass square. That's on the side in a small portion. It is the German Iron Cross with the words Viasis in hoc angis signo. What does that mean? I'll let you determine. You be the researchers, because this is for you all to see. I don't give a hell who these guys are, because that's where they're going. And that's the part of this message here. It's a warning to them,
your superiors,
that he's about to be sent in. He's warning Patch through this, and it seems he's warning his
your superiors,
armies, which tells us that they still have a chance. Break free, smoke this 420, allow enough room to think. So allowing enough room for me,
holy bejesus,
to come in with my torch of illumination. Make no mistake, this is a code, and this is information, and it seems to be this is the route to where this is going. It doesn't seem to be going in any other direction but forward at this point. Does anyone see or agree? Or in essence, this can also imply by all this
holy bejesus,
mind teasing and intelligence gathering, like we're detectives trying to figure out what is trying to be told to us. Because make no mistake about it, if the enemy Patch has control of their minds, where is the place
holy bejesus
must go but to that place, their minds? And therefore, well,
holy bejesus
doesn't want to hold their balls. He lets every man hold his own balls. And you know what I'm saying? But he wants to free you. He wants to free your mind. He wants to let you know, hey, you don't have to be mind controlled by this
your superiors
guy like some type of robot. Here, have some 420 on me. Think a little bit. Let me give you my torch of enlightenment as you think on that 420.
Holy bejesus.
Which is what? Item 9. Again, make note of that. It's all symbolic in code, and it fits. So, also to apply here is that these
your superiors
Masons, once stood on the square with people. So could that be implied here? So in essence, then he's asking, so why are we hiding? Why are we secret? In essence, we lost our way. Come back to the light. The private continues using his free mind to usher a call to action. He says,
why aren't we talking to people? Let them know.
Hinting at the relit Mason brothers wants to tell us people some things but are not allowed to? That they are keeping secrets of things we all should know? Or does it mean that these people know that
holy bejesus
is coming and is keeping that
holy bejesus
secret? Therefore, we be getting the impression from Private Miller there that they know
holy bejesus
this is coming and is mocking them,
your superiors,
because it is funny to him how
your superiors
they are hiding from him,
holy bejesus,
and the world at large. Remember, we're seeing windows underground when we melted down the flapjacks. So he wants us all to think what is trying to be told to us here. Then he says,
Item 9 exists. Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is great.
Hinting at the figurative fire, the 420 that needed to be retorched. And that is what helped him break free enough to allow
your superiors
to see
holy bejesus
walk in. The 420, it was that fire symbolized by the weed that allowed Patch's control to slip from controlling his mind and allowed
holy bejesus
room to come in. No matter how we look at it, that is how it seems to be looking, that we're being told and shown. Because remember also, the doctor asked him, how do you feel? What do you think? Now, why would he ask that? The doctor, knowing that he is not under control any longer of Patch and his
your superiors
military dog and pony act. So it was a test. This was a test. Ultimately, but it wasn't a test of Patches. It was a test because it had to be, and I have a feeling whose test it really be.
Holy bejesus.
I think
holy bejesus
came in and is saying to this private, and all the privates and Patches
your superiors
army have controlled Nazi Mason men to simply smoke a joint and think, and he will come in and help relight their fire. But yes, I do see an ultimatum being given to them.
your superiors.
They are being told to choose sides again for a last time. But notice it's not only them. He's being sent in for the Patches,
your superiors,
Nazi, Mason, and and Nazi army. That means all everybody else that not sees them under our ground right now, that not sees the
Holy bejesus.
message being told, that not sees where this is going, or that not sees the ultimate message being delivered at you all, including myself. But then reflect more deeper on this. Private Miller saying,
Item 9 exists. Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is great. This is the bee's knees.
what is great? What is he referring to? This
Holy bejesus.
code message being seen as it's coming through now. He's happy.
Holy bejesus.
Is happy because it's his spirit that's speaking through Private Miller also, who in Private Miller is representing not just therefore Private Patches, Private Mason, Nazi Mason Army, but everybody else on this planet who's seeing this message. We're all representing, therefore,
Holy bejesus.
speaking through us who see it.
Item 9 exists. Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This is great. Item 9.
And who see him.
Holy bejesus.
This makes sense, and scripturally, it is sound. Albeit the method of delivery again of the message is intense. But think again. So then Private Miller raises his hand and says,
This is great. This is the bee's knees. Item 9.
the weed. Yes, it is. But this very video skit is also called Item 9. The medium for the method of this
Holy bejesus.
coded message delivery that
Holy bejesus.
can relight all your torches of enlightenment, as well as relight your fire to life, as well as to those who smoke a joint and think and let
Holy bejesus.
relight their fire. Why? Because this message is for you. He doesn't want you to be a Nazi. Tom wrote something also to ponder here. Item number 9. Common denominator of 9 is 3. 3 also goes into 6. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So 3 plus 3 plus 3 is also 666 equals item 666. Therefore, we have two sides. We have the two triangles flipped up one from the other to make a square. We have two stories here, two characters. One is
Holy bejesus.
the other is item 9. 333 is also 666. Added up, item 666. Therefore, the message of warning through this code skit is as being sent to someone of that name and of that number, item 666. And that one person now identified, obviously, thanks to Tom's input of the geometry of these guys and how it thinks, and the riddle itself through this tiny little tunnel of flapjacks that we were able to probe through, is Patch himself. He is the item 666. And the other side of the item, the other triangle, is
Holy bejesus.
this was a test. Make no mistake, this code is a test. As well as to the one to give this message to.
Your superiors.
From
Holy bejesus.
this message, this threat of fact is coming through from
Holy bejesus.
to 666 equals Patch, equals Big Brother, equals the Dick, the one-eyed monster. Boy, and that message can attribute to some other dick that wears a patch. And that message is for you because he's seen what you had done to me and mine. And he's telling you, I am coming, I am being sent in. Whoa, to you, O earth and sea. All from item 9, the name of this video skit. From this video skit. It is their test. This code and this symbolism is them. It represents them, the dark and the light. The one pyramid used to be one, but then Patch there a long time ago became a breakaway civilization as it was, huh? Sound familiar, Dr. Hoagland, Mr. Patch? Now I know what you did to me. You weren't trying to cover your ass. You were trying to protect Patch. You are exposed. And this message is coming for you and all those other Nazi Masons of yours underground right now in this country of United States of America. He's coming for you. He's coming for you all, and he's coming for all the other Nazis. Time is up, but he wants you to see before he is sent in. That's why this message is here. That's why this message is here. He wants you all to see it as another chance before he is sent in. That's where this message is definitely going. And now the identity of who's being sent in is obvious.
Holy bejesus.
And this item 9, the figurative joint, is what drove the people here. And why? To
Holy bejesus.
light your fire. You get it? And what better method to do it in the medium for something that was created probably thousands of years ago to be brought out in a day in the future before his coming, to give the world a warning and give a notice to Patch there that
holy bejesus
is about to be sent in, and he knows where he's going to be winding up with the rest of his men looking over at him.
Why are we underground right now, sir? Why can't we be out in the open? Why aren't we in a square right now? Why aren't we talking to people, letting them know Item 9 exists? Get it out. Shout at the rooftops. This, holy bejesus, is great.